Hello and welcome once again to Geordie Geek Sneaker Reviews. So, you've seen the title, you know what these are. First of all, we're going to do a quick feet check. Then I'm going to show you these and tell you a little bit of story of the shenanigans, if you live in the Europe or UK, that you would have had yesterday trying to get your hand on these babies. So first of all, let's do a very quick foot check. So on my foot I have, of course, my Adidas Porsche Designs. I've been wearing these for the last 3 or 4 days in London. Hands down the most comfortable shoes I've ever owned. Love these shoes. The review I did of these has had over 7,000 views. Cheers guys, these are fabulous. You can't buy them anymore, but there are some new Porsches out, very, very similar, and they're in a triple black. So let's, if you fancy a pair, go and buy some. Okay, the main event. You ready for this one? Here they are. So the Nike Tom Sachs Mars Yard 2.0. That's what these are. I'll show you them in a second, and we'll do a bit of stand to attention for them. These dropped. Well, they've been dropping for weeks now. I mean, absolutely weeks. These have been about to drop. The 7th of July, and then the 14th of July, and then it came to they were going to drop yesterday. Just double check my watch. 27th of July. Europe and probably the world sits and waits in anticipation for these to drop. Quick story, these first came out in 2012. They were part of a Tom Sachs exhibition. Tom Sachs is an artist, New York based artist, who's very hands-on, is into creating things, and it's all about what he calls nolling, getting things done, getting things made. And there's a lot of ethos in these shoes, and I mean these shoes are amazing. We'll go through those in a second as well. So these dropped, part of his exhibition. Nike released some pairs. Quickly became, sold out. Some is not many pairs. Sold out, complete collector's item, bit of a grail. If you want to buy these, you're talking $5,000 up easily. So these things coming out, the market went nuts. They did a release. It may have been 2 months ago now. A friend of mine in New York, he actually went to the release, and the release was in New York. It was a limited release. You had to apply for slots in New York to go to I think it was Staten Island, and you had to go to the island, and set up there was an assault course of things that you had to get over in order to buy a pair of these shoes. Of course, everybody went over the assault course and everybody won them, and everyone got a pair of shoes, but you had to get the slots. So there's a few people who got them. That would have been a great experience rolled out worldwide. Imagine doing that in London, in Berlin, in Copenhagen, in Paris. That would have just been an amazing way to release these shoes. I'm sure they didn't want to. It's quite expensive to put events on, as I know. I've run several events in my lifetime. So then they've just done a wider release to the world, and the European release was the big one. And it's just been an absolute crap show. It really has. It is. The dates change constantly, and we all sat waiting yesterday for these to drop. There was various raffles to be had, and most of the retailers, to be honest, did raffles. I ended up going to a retailer at midnight on the 26th, which was 11 p.m. in the UK time, which was in Copenhagen. I can't remember their name. Naked somebody. Naked CPH or Copenhagen Naked CPH, who specialise in selling trainers to girls. And they had some pairs. I managed to get a pair of 42 in a cart. I don't wear a size 42. Managed to get a pair of 42 in a cart, and then the IP blocked the UK and the USA because of the sheer amount of bots that were coming in. And bots are killing the sneaker industry. They really are. And some are good at stopping them, and some aren't. And then now you've got bots now, especially for Nike, where you can buy slots for bots, and you give the bot sales people your Nike logon IDs, and they will go in and hit the Nike servers for you and try and reserve a pair. For people like me that really aren't into bots and really aren't into backdoor links, they just want to get the trainers the good old-fashioned way, and that includes standing in a queue for Yeezys for 6 hours, and I didn't get a pair. 10 from the front of the queue. It's killing the industry. So, and then they came out on a couple of other stores, or didn't come out on a couple of other stores. There was some apparently on the eFlash site for Dover Street Market in London. Literally, I was watching it, flash, page come up, bang, they're all sold out, backdoored. Same for Foot Patrol. So Foot Patrol were meant to launch at 9 a.m. on the, 9 a.m. on the Thursday. They were backdoored, and actually they were sold out before they even opened. And I know, because I know people that managed to get some through the back door and they shipped. So Foot Patrol, shame on you guys. And, you know, so really, they just, you know, and then Nike was supposed to launch at 11 a.m. So Nike was like 9 a.m. and then it had a page, which was 11 a.m. Come 11 a.m., actually 20 minutes before 11 a.m., the page goes bong and it's sold out. And it's, you know, what the heck's going on here? That they've been backdoored. Now, it's since transpired. So what Nike have done is they've pulled the launch and they're going to relaunch when they've got enough pairs to satisfy everybody, which is a noble move to some extent. But the other extent is, well, just have the launch. I mean, you know, sell the ones you've got and then sell the other. The whole thing was a mess. So, you know, there have been other ways that we've had to get hold of our hands on these, but I've got a pair. I managed to get a pair. Today is the day after launch. Hopefully this is one of the first UK/Europe videos up on YouTube. 5-6 minutes in now. Don't want to bore you too much. Let's get on to these sneakers.
Good! Good! Shit!
Bang. The Nike Yard Tom Sachs 2.0s. These are absolutely stunning. And I'll go through why they're stunning in a moment. I'll tell you why these are literally the best trainers I have ever owned, to the point where I'm now thinking, do I need all these sneakers? Is this the ultimate pair? Apart from my Havens, but is this the ultimate pair? And my Porsche, but is this the ultimate pair? Let's have a look what's in the box. So, as you might have seen, the box looks like it's written on in pen. It's not. It's printed on. Mars Yard Shoe 2.0, Tom Sachs 2017. These shoes are only valid if worn to death, and worn to death by you. Posers need not apply. I'm going to wear these shoes to death. I'm not buying these for resale. I may try and get some for resale when Nike relaunch because I want to try and make my money back, but I'm going to wear these ones to death. They're my size. We'll talk about true size in a moment. There's some other writing on the side here, Mars Yard 2.0, again not real writing, it's printing. And again on the side here, Mars Yard Shoe 2.0, down. Let's have a look what's in the box. So you open the box up, obviously I've taken one sneaker out. So you actually get 2 sets of insoles with this box, with this pair of sneakers. You get a cork pair, which is these, and the reason for the cork pair is if you wear sneakers without socks, they say the cork pair has more breathability. Now I wear some really cool sneaker socks, which were in my last video. You know, I'm not going to wear them without, but this is really cool. And he also says if you just want to increase the longevity of your sneakers, this is you know, this is an extra pair of insoles. You get a booklet. This is the Nike Tom Sachs Mars Yard booklet, and he basically goes through in this booklet. You know, sneakers are meant to be worn to death. This is the makeup of the shoe. This is why we made the 2.0, and I'll talk about that in a second. You know, this is someone with a sneaker collection, a really good quote in there, which is, you know, very interesting when you get a little later in life. You know, do you own your things or do your things own you? We all die alone, and we all die without our sneakers. So, you know, his concept is buy quality and keep a hold of it and reuse it and fix it and mend it, and that's what you need. And you know, this trainer really does have that ethos. You know, talks about forever things, you know, various other stuff, and then a nice little diagram of his hero's journey in the back. So nice little booklet. There's a video somewhere, I can get hold of a video somehow, I'm not quite sure, and so on and so forth. So that's the booklet, very nice little touch there. This is standard Nike wrapping paper, nothing special about it. And then we have the second shoe. Inside the box there is a couple of arrows. You can just see one there, and there's one on the other side, here, but that's it, nothing special. Fortunately my box has also got a little bit of crease in it, but stay lucky. I'm going to keep that at the back so you guys can see it. Put that on the top here, put those here, and here we have them. These are the Mars Yard Tom Sachs 2.0s. Now I'm going to go through the features in a minute, and I'm going to talk about why these are slightly different to the 1.0s. And I think they're actually, the original ones are called 2.0s, so I did have a little read up on this morning. But these are funny, because when I got them out of the box, they felt a little bit unmade. You know, they felt a little bit deconstructed. And then as you touch them and you look at the materials that he's used on these, you realize that's the point. That's the whole point in these sneakers. These are meant to be deconstructed. These are meant to be quality materials that last but can be repaired, that can be replaced, that can be fixed. This is the ethos of this shoe. The shoe was part of his NASA collaboration, and as such it's meant to be a shoe to be worn by NASA engineers. So engineers that were working on the Mars project, he wanted a shoe that they could use through their testing that would stand up to the rigors. And this is the testing of fake Mars moon planet, you know, the sand, the dust, but we're light, we're airy, we're easy to get on, but you know, had all of that ethos of reusability. And if you think about going to Mars, you're not going to be able to take everything with you and just buy new stuff. Everything's got to be fixed and mended and grifted and knolled, as Mr. Sachs says. So there's a lot of great touches to these, and what he did as well is because he had his original ones, he said had some flaws to them. He's fixed those flaws, and there were two main flaws, one which was his fault and one which wasn't. And the first one was this material here. He's basically upgraded it. The original material, he said, wasn't resistant enough, and in some cases it would wear through. He'd originally used that material because it was more perforated and breathable, but he's found a better material, and this is this one here. And you know, it's a lovely off-white cream colour, and really, really nice. The other thing he's done is, for this tongue, you can't really see it because it's behind this label here, which says Nike on it. Is he's put a cross stitch in the middle to stop this pulling off. He was basically saying that this tab was pulling off with some of the shoes. I mean, I could look at these all day. They're gorgeous. A lot of features on this. So you've got a sort of a leather, a brownish, a light brown leather, you know, outer going on here with a nice foam padding on the inside. You have, as I said, this mesh material. You've got ripstop fabric for the laces, so they're not standard laces. You have the pull tab. And I'll come up closer for this one, but the tongue itself is a completely deconstructed tongue. So you can see on the tongue, it's the foam. There's nothing wrapped up on it, and he does say in the instructions some of this foam may come out, but just use it as a breadcrumb trail. And then you know, a bit of a joke on that one. That's that. The sole is based on a lunar design. I think it's actually based on an Apollo design for the Apollo moon boot. The material for the sole is taken from the Special Forces boots that is used by Nike for their Special Forces boots that they sell to the army. And you know, you have the pattern there. The other major change he's made is apparently, I've not looked it up, but these used to have dimples on the outside to help traction on the sand, as he designed them for. But people were saying that they were very slippy in the wet, and therefore he's now inverted the dimples on the sole. So that's that. I mean, if you can get your hands on these, this may be the first, last, and only pair of trainers you ever need to buy. These are, I'm so impressed with them. I mean, I you know, I managed to get my hands on a pair, which I'm very chuffed about. The reason I wanted to get the review out so quickly is one, hopefully be the first in the UK and Europe. Number two, I'm going to get these puppies on my feet and I'm off out because I want to go and walk in these. I want to really see what these are like. Fit, for me, these fit reasonably true to size. What I'm guessing is that once I get my trainer socks on and do the laces up, because I've had them on just to test them. Once I get my trainer socks on and do the laces up, I think they're going to be true to size. I'm a UK 11, which is a US 12 in Nike sizes, which is an EU 46. These fit true to size for me. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Red swoosh going on. I just pull out the other line on the inside. So there is two other liners. Obviously the ones that come with the sneakers. And you can see again the whole ethos that's going on here of Mars Yard, space, exploration. Mesh sock liner, this one says. And he basically shows you some knots. So if you want to do some knot tying, Tom's your man. And what was on these ones? So this was the what's made up of humans by mass and the composition of the universe by mass. And I presume if you look at it, it's very, very similar or very, very different, one of the two. That's it. This is the cork ones, and these are the other ones. So, as you may have guessed, super long video. Hopefully not too boring. Hopefully it's been really interesting for you guys. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. There will be a thumbs up button somewhere, probably down here or maybe down there. Subscribe. Have a look at some of my last sneaker reviews. My Haven reviews up there. I mean, you know, two grail sneakers for me this year has been these and my Havens. Two sneakers I really love. These Porsche Adidas ones I've got on the minute, great for just everyday wear. And I've got these two grails, and I'm really seriously thinking about what else do I need. And for the ones I've got, what ones should I get rid of? Which ones do these replace? As is the way these days. People are selling their sneakers all over the place, foamy, the whole lot. Right, so I'm going to do a very quick on foot video now to end this off. I'm not going to do an ending, so that for me is Geordie Geek over and out. Get yourself out, whatever you can do, buy these sneakers. Because they're on eBay at the minute and eBay's slightly flooded, you're going to get them for a decent price. In a month's time, especially after Nike drop these again, price is going to shoot up. That's me, Geordie Geek, over and out. Just going to finish off. Here's an on-foot view of the Tom Sachs Mars Yard 2.0s. See you later, guys.